You're locked into Supa TV. Only on OpenView, channel 150.
This is for the sports lovers, the first-time sports better, the sports punters.
Let us go play some bet.
For highlights on the top sporting events around the world and sports betting tips. Know your odds.
If you want to use your bonus money, this is how you place your bet.
Don't miss Supa Tracker, Monday to Saturday at 4 p.m. Only on Supa TV, OpenView, channel 150. Get your daily dose of laughter as we check in on the funniest trending videos. Let's get silly on Super Laughs every Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Only on Supa TV, OpenView, channel 150.
One more time before we move on to this next video.
Oh my word. You can send your best man, you
Right,
can
this
lose
is
your
right.
best hitter. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Wait, pause. Why is there more than one video of this? Like, why is it two different?
I don't know. There's been a lot of them, boy.
Oh, yeah, but let's listen to these wise words coming from the gentleman over here. Let's hear what he has to say.
Karata su dikraina wena ka mara topsi ka mo. Ai dikraina mona tseke butse dumpi ke bekhile security company ke wena ka yo.
But Muzi. Hi Muzi. I know.
What?
I know.
Have you never had that kind of Friday? Mosha pa security ka panic when it's already approved. Ever no aramka. Hi guys, how are you? Hope you are good. My mom is locked into Supa TV every hour, but speaking of my grandma, she's very smart and always dancing to Supa Beats. Thank you, Supa TV, for the great moment given from Heidelberg.
Shout out, Given.
Thank you, Given. Thank you.
Shout out, Given.
Yeah, no.
You're locked into Supa TV. Only on OpenView, channel 150.
Warm welcome to the show. It is Supa Tracker. It is, yes, I'm Obi Knows, and thank you for joining us once again. And you know what we do on this show, right? We go through and taking a look at all the sports that has been going on in the previous week and what to look forward to in terms of the weekend sports. Now, we didn't get to sit down and talk yesterday. Of course, we were going to be building up to the big match that is taking place tonight. It is Kaizer Chiefs, of course, in the CAF final, taking on Pitso Musimane's Al Ahly. Of course, it's going to be a difficult encounter for both both teams. And if you were watching most sports, we did try and cover a bit of all what's been going on in terms of the preparations and what the teams have actually been saying about the upcoming fixture and how they are feeling. And I must actually say that having heard what Bennett Parker was saying in the press conference earlier on this morning is that they're feeling very confident, of course, as the team. They feel like because they are where they are right now, they definitely can go on and lift the trophy. So it's all up to the players. They're feeling very confident. I have been saying that they are indeed not match fit, but if it's in the mind that they're determined to win this game, then of course match fitness and all these other things won't matter in such a big occasion. Now that leads us straight into the question of the day, right? Get me, in order for you to get a hold of me, make sure that you send us a WhatsApp and let me know what your thoughts are to this question. My question, of course, is Kaizer Chiefs bringing the star back home? And let me know why you say yes and why you say no. Give me a reason for all of that. I mean, I do think that's going to be a very tough encounter, but I want to hear what your thoughts are coming into this game. If it is your birthday, I hope you are enjoying your day. It is the 17th, of course, of July. I hope that you are having a very, very good day. I mean, tomorrow, it is what we call a Mandela Day. It is Mandela Day tomorrow. So what are you doing for your 67 minutes? I haven't been hearing quite a lot about the 67 minutes. Not a lot of people talking about it. Of course, the country is going through a bit of turmoil in terms of politics and whatever you might say it is going on. But we are hoping for some brighter days in the next few weeks, right? And in fact, in the next few days, weeks are too far. In fact, I do think that should Kaizer Chiefs win, we know that football, or rather sports, has this thing of bringing unity. So we are hoping that maybe if Kaizer Chiefs do win, they'd bring a bit of peace among the people. We just never know how things could go. So good news could always just change how things are going, right? Just hope for the best. Let's hope for the best, right? And we want to start it off, of course, this time around with tennis, right? We have been covering the WTA for quite some time and the ATP in terms of Wimbledon, the Roland Garros. But in terms of Wimbledon exactly, there's this one individual that we haven't been talking about, and that is, of course, Kgothatso Montjane. And if you do not know who Kgothatso Montjane is, then you have to at least know by now who she is. That is her right there in the picture. She is a tennis wheelchair player, and she became the first Black South African to ever play in the Wimbledon, and she actually became the first Black South African woman to reach the finals of a Grand Slam, and she did it twice in one season. Of course, she reached the singles. She reached the singles final and also the double final in the Wimbledon Grand Slam, and that is, of course, a big feat. I mean, she has been doing so well for herself, and to reach this level, she joins a rich history of South African tennis players. I mean, Kevin Anderson doing it not too long ago in 2017. He but he played against Rafa Nadal in the finals a couple of years ago, and of course not winning. And we haven't had a South African winner, but it is a rich history of tennis players that strains all the way back to 1921. And of course, that is, for me, great to hear and great to see that we're still making history in all these other sports. And I've been saying that in all these other sports, history is being made because everyone is applying themselves. I mean, there's no more, well, they are still underdogs, right? But this day and age, anyone can compete. I mean, we're looking at tennis, we're still looking at tennis, and we're looking at the people who are sitting right at the top. Ashley Barty is about 21, 22 years old. Naomi Osaka just got into her 20s as well. So it doesn't really matter how old you are anymore and how experienced you are. It's all about the desire to win, and that's what we've been seeing in all the sports around the world. I mean, the NBA, history has been created week in and week out, and for me, that is something that we always need to be talking about, right? And I want to take you through the Supa Bets website, and let's take a look at what are the promotions that you can be looking forward to. I mean, we do know that the British and Irish Lions is currently taking place in South Africa, and they've been playing against the South Africa A team, and of course, they gave them the first defeat a bit earlier on in the week, and it was a very tight game, but South Africa A team managing to get themselves past the British and Irish Lions, who have obviously tormented everyone that they've played against since the beginning of their tour. Now, Shaz, the Gaming Queen, is in the background. She's going to be helping us navigate through the website. Now, do remember that if you do want to be part of this winning team, you simply just got to SMS Supa TV to 30978 so you can place your bets and be able to win some monies for yourself. I mean, you do SMS that and you will get a link. Click on the link and make sure you fill in all your details, all your Fika details as well, because that is what will determine how we can be able to reach you when we are trying to send you your winnings. Now, show the Gaming Queen in the background. Let's bring up the website and take a look right there, right? You don't even need to scroll too far. There's the promotion, the British and Irish Lions promotion. Let's click on that, shows the Gaming Queen. Let's go back to it and click on that promotion and take a look at what you can expect in terms of this right here. So the Gaming Queen the other day was looking at the lions in the back there and complimenting the Super Bets people for, you know, creating such a beautiful such a beautiful picture, ne? Nothing too much, just a picture. But yeah, right now, as you can see right there, the British and Irish Lions Tour 2021 predictor. Let's scroll down to the Gaming Queen for the viewers so they can be able to see what they can actually be winning right here. As you can see, showcase your rugby skills, your rugby prediction skills, and win R1,000. What's on offer? For each game of the tour, 3 lucky winners who predict the correct result and margin of victory will each walk away with up to R1,000 in their bonus wallets. Now, just a reminder, just remember, in order to qualify for the full prize, you're also going to need to place a bet of at least R20 on the game you're predicting on. So that simply means that you got to place a bet of over R20 if you are trying to win this R1,000. If you are obviously trying to qualify to be able to win the R1,000. Step 1, how to play. Complete the form below, including your details as well as your predictions for the winner and margin of your victory for the game in question. Place a bet for at least R20 on the game in question in order to maximize your prize should you win. Now you can click on there and we'll take you straight to the questions that you need to answer and everything else. Let's scroll down to the Gaming Queen and see how many people have actually placed a bet on. That's the game in question right there. Let's scroll up just a little bit, show the Gaming Queen. As you can, 29 people have entered, but the game in question, let's scroll up a little bit, show the Gaming Queen. The game in question, of course, is between the Stormers and the British Irish Lions. So you can make sure that you place your bets. You've got 2 hours before the bets are closing up. So if you do want to maximize and place your bets and make some money on this game, make sure you do it in the next hour or so. We are going to go for a break, and when we come back, right, we'll be discussing a little bit more about football, because there's international football that's coming back into play. Not international football rather, but club football is coming back into play, and there is a lot of pre-season fixtures that you can look forward to placing your bets on the Super Bets website. I'll be showing you your promotions that you can be placing your bets on, and we'll be talking about the NBA in a short while. I'll be right back.
You are watching Supa TV, Open View, channel 150.
Ever missed out on a massive payday because of a single leg of your multiple bet? Well, with our latest losing leg refund promotion, we will return a percentage of your stake to you in bonus funds if you miss out because of a single result on your multiple bet. To play, SMS Supa TV to 30978.
Today I'ma wake up a new man, driving a new road, develop a new plan. I'll never be blue, man.
You're locked into Supa TV, only on OpenView, channel 150.
Well, welcome back to channel 150 on your OpenView decoder. I'm OB Knows. It is Supa Tracker, and man, we're going to take a look at all the sports that have been taking place throughout the weekend, and also looking at what to look forward to in terms of this coming week. And yes, the sports that of course, you know, the big one that's taking place today is Kaizer Chiefs taking on Al Ahly a bit later on tonight. And of course, the question of the day is, do you think that Kaizer Chiefs will be bringing back that star? I mean, yes, it has been something that they've been looking for quite some time. But we are here today and they are in the final. So what are your thoughts on that? Do they bring that star, or does Al Ahly walk away with their 10th one? That will be also making history. I mean, they will be the ones with the most CAF Champions League trophies in African history. So let us know what your thoughts are on that. And yeah, we'll get to that once you guys send those WhatsApps through. Yes, let's go onto the website. I did say that there are some football games that will be taking place in terms of the European preseason. Of course, some of the teams going back into action. We saw Arsenal playing against Hibernian and losing 2-1 just this past week. Of course, Arsenal fans will be very concerned about that result. Coming into the next season, of course, they are making a couple of signings as well. We heard about Ben White possibly joining Arsenal on a 50 million deal. So they are trying to shore things up at the back, something that they've been really, really in need of. You know, a very quality defender is Ben White with some potential, but 50 million, I think it's still too much, but it is the English market. What more can we say about that? So, Shada Gaming Queen, let's go to match info and see which fixtures to look forward to in terms of the club friendly. So, we're going to go to match info, statistics. Once we get to statistics, we're going to go to soccer. We're going to go to soccer. And once we get to soccer, we are going to go to international clubs. And we're going to look for club friendlies. Now remember, we're doing this so that you can be able to access a world of not just sports betting, but a world rather of insightful sports betting. Click on club-friendly games. And these are some of the games that are taking place live. I guess that these games are taking place now, but let's go to fixtures. I think if we go to fixtures, will give us a bit more of an idea of what's currently going on. You scroll down and you can see some of the games that took place on the 12th. Let's scroll down to the Gaming Queen, get closer to today's date. I'm sure we'll see. There's Arsenal's result there with Hibernian. Hibernian beating them 2-1. Disappointing result for Arsenal. They'll be very disappointed with that one, starting off that preseason. Already we had seen, let's scroll down to the Gaming Queen. Already we've seen with one game in preseason, the hashtag of Arteta out has already been trending on social media, so you do get a sense of what to expect in terms of that Arsenal season. Let's go to show more. Unfortunately, there's so many games that are taking place that we have to scroll so far down. Yes, Amazon came out and said that they have a deal with Arsenal to shoot their season of 2021 and 2022. So by the end of this next season, we will be having not a Netflix, but an Amazon series on how Arsenal's journey was in this past season. Already it's off a very, very entertaining start with that loss. But let's scroll into today's, that's today's date, yes. Some of the games that took place today earlier on, as you can see, some of these teams, not really familiar with most of these teams, but I see Braga there at the bottom. Let's scroll down, show the Gaming Queen. And if you don't know Braga, the likes of Luther Singh, that's his parent club from Portugal, Braga. That's the team that Luther Singh currently plays for. As you can see, Paris Saint-Germain playing a 2-2 draw. Not so impressive from Paris Saint-Germain, you must say. And this kind of gives you an idea that when it comes to club friendlies, you don't really have the certainty to think that Paris Saint-Germain are going to field their strongest squad, because Chambly might have fielded their strongest squad, but Paris Saint-Germain might have just fielded a lot of youngsters, and you are placing your bet on PSG thinking that they're going to come with the strongest squad and you're expecting them to win, and then they actually don't. So that's one thing to be very, very careful of when placing your bet in terms of club friendlies. Let's go to show more of the Gaming Queen and see what else we can look forward to a bit later on today in terms of fixtures. Let's scroll down. We see, okay, there we can stop right there. Quite a lot of fixtures you can look forward to. Just trying to see any names. There's Cardiff City. We play against Cambridge United at 2 o'clock already. The game has probably started. Yes, it has. It started at 2 o'clock. As you can see, Hanover in there as well. A couple of games you can place your bets on in terms of club friendly. So do make sure that this is going to be about your gut feeling more than anything. Never mind the insightful betting, because I did say these teams are not going to be fielding their toughest squads. Of course, they're trying to get their players into, the feel of the new season. So it's going to be very difficult for you to make a lot of cool winnings in these fixtures. But if you are feeling a bit lucky, do make sure that you go onto the SuperBets website and place those bets. Now, jumping into the NBA, right? It is still the NBA Finals. You can actually bring down the website so long. And it is currently the NBA Finals. And we are 4 games in. And it is currently 2-2 to Phoenix and 2-2 the Milwaukee Bucks. And if you do remember, the last time I was here, it was 2-1 to Phoenix. And the question was, would the Bucks pick it up? I mean, they did. I had a chat with Kifue Mahlangu a couple of weeks ago, and he did say, at the time it was still 2-0 to the Phoenix Suns. He did say that, with the fixtures going to play at Milwaukee. Now, do remember that, 2 games took place in Phoenix. Now they're going to play in Milwaukee. And the 2 games that took place in Milwaukee saw these 2 men right there, Giannis Antetokounmpo at the back, and in front right there, Chris Middleton, who was the MVP in the last game that they played. Of course, he had a brilliant game, scoring over 40 points for the Milwaukee Bucks in that last game. And that gave them the security to actually equal the scoring in terms of the 7-game game series in the final. And of course, it's going to be a very entertaining one. There is a game to look forward to a bit later on tonight, of course, with the time difference. So you'll have to wait until 3 a.m. to watch the final. So it'll be tomorrow morning in the early hours when the 5th game, or Game 5, will be kicking off. And I want to place a bet on that, right? We've got about 4 minutes left. So we're going to place a bet on who, rather, might walk away with the win. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Just the Gaming Queen is going to help us navigate through the SuperBets website once again, so we can place a bet on who is going to win Game 5 in terms of that 7-game series in the NBA Championship Final. Let's go back to the SuperBets website, just the Gaming Queen, and see what we can look forward to in terms of placing our bets. Let's go. And we're going to go scroll down for basketball. Look for basketball. Right there, basketball. And we're going to go to USA. Click on USA, there's NBA. It's very interesting what's going on in preparations for the Olympics as well, because we'll get to that. The USA have not been looking all too good in their preparation. They lost against Nigeria. They lost against Australia. It's going to be very interesting to see if Nigeria can actually make it into the NBA, into the Olympic finals and win an Olympic gold medal there. Now, they do have a history of winning medals, and we'll come back to that. Let's just place this bet first. I think this one is going to go to Milwaukee Bucks. It is against them. I think the momentum from the last 2 games is with them, so they will be trying to upset the Phoenix Suns in Phoenix once again. So I'm going to give that one to the Milwaukee Bucks. And we've got a budget. We've got a budget, unlike on most sports. Most sports we are struggling there. Let's place 100 rand on that shot, the Gaming Queen, and see how much you can actually make from that. 248. Not bad. I mean, I do think it is going to be a tough one, right? With the Phoenix Suns playing at home once again. So they might feel like home advantage. They might feel home advantage is going to count for them, but we'll have to wait and see what the Milwaukee Bucks say about. Like I'm saying, they do have rather the form coming with them from the previous 2 games. So it'll be very interesting to see how that goes for them. Now, coming back to that chat about Nigeria in basketball and in the Olympics. Now, they did have that team that had the likes of Kanu in there. I think it was 1994 when they went on in the Olympics and won the gold medal. And the following year after that, it was won by Cameroon. So back-to-back, we had African countries, rather, in football going out and winning gold medals in the Olympics. So, of course, this time around, we're talking about basketball. And it's very interesting to say, because in basketball, the Nigerian team have quite a lot of players that are playing in the NBA, and we know the NBA is the holy grail of basketball, right? And most of them play in the NBA. The coach is also a coach who has a coaching experience in the NBA. So he's coming here with a team that has vast experience at playing at the highest level of basketball in the world. So going with this team into the Olympics, it might be positive for them. Of course, they're already beaten the USA, like I said. It's not a weakened USA team. It's a USA team that has Damian Lillard in there. It has Kevin Durant as well in that team. So for them to actually go on and beat that team, it shows that the quality they have in that squad, it could cause some trouble for other teams in the Olympics. Now, I'm not going to say much about Australia because I only know Patty Mills from that Australian team, but they did also manage to beat the USA. So you might say that maybe the USA are not at the peak of their powers as yet. That could be another argument. So we just have to wait and see what happens in terms of the Olympics. And that's, of course, how we round up Supa Tracker this time around. Of course, I did say that there is a big game taking place later on tonight. Make sure not to miss it. Kaizer Chiefs will be taking on Al Ahly at 9 o'clock. You don't want to miss that one. It's going to be a big clash in football. The biggest game in Kaizer Chiefs history and possibly the last big game that Pitso Mosimane might play should he lose to Kaizer Chiefs later on tonight. It's hearsay. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in terms of that. That's how I run up Supa Tracker. I'm Obi Nose, and catch Ukoko Vuyo. She'll be back and she'll be giving you a little bit more of entertainment here on Supa TV.
You are watching Supa TV, Open View, channel 150.
Get the video up. Obi knows, you also need to tell me why this is an inside joke when I play this video.
Eating pipe from the garage.
Watch.
All of you guys, everyone. Your mouth.